Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker and its teaser trailer debuted just 2 days ago over at Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, and it left a lot of people speechless and very much puzzled as to exactly what J.J. Abrams is going to do in order to end the Skywalker saga in a very unique and unexpected way. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one aspect of this movie that a lot of people are really excited about is, of course, Emperor Palpatine himself. When we hear the laughing at the very end of the footage, it really does open up a lot of questions that really do need answering once this movie comes around. Now, we do know that there is going to be a new threat in this movie that will make Kylo Ren feel vulnerable at a certain point in time in the second and third act of the film that is somehow connected to the Beyond. And all thanks to Stephen Colbert on stage talking with, of course, J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy during Star Wars Celebration. What's really intriguing is that during Star Wars Celebration at the Episode 9 panel, J.J. Abrams actually hinted at a great evil being placed in Episode 9. So let's go over what JJ had to say and what Stephen Colbert had to ask after he heard this. So JJ states this: "This movie, in addition to being the end of 3 trilogies, it also needs to work as its own movie, and that's been part of the fun of it all, and part of the challenge of it. But the movie, it's about this new generation, and what they have inherited, the light and the dark, and asking the question, as they are facing the greatest evil, are they prepared? Are they ready? And it's been really incredible to look at this thing that George created, and to bring it to a close in this way about that new generation." Now, followed by that statement by J.J. Abrams, Stephen Colbert, just sitting next to J.J., states this. So Stephen Colbert says, "It is so hard to sit here next to you and hear you say, 'the greatest evil,' without going, 'Who is? What is? Can you give us any hint?' J.J. turns to Kathleen Kennedy and laughs, saying, 'Kathy?' And Kathleen Kennedy just laughs." So obviously, there is something going on here about this great new evil in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, and it could very well be a bigger confirmation now that Palpatine is indeed either is going to come back to life, or the great evil is actually going to be a brand new evil that we have never seen before, such as, let's say, for example, maybe the Yuzong Vong, or something similar like that from a different galaxy or a different dimension, if you will. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams has a lot of tricks up his sleeve for this movie, and when he mentioned the greatest evil being a part of Star Wars Episode 9, a lot of people would like to say and debate that maybe this is in reference to the First Order. However, when Colbert asked the question to J.J. Abrams, stating, "It's so hard to sit here next to you and to hear you say, 'the greatest evil,' without going, 'Who is? What is? Can you give us any hint?' J.J. Abrams, he couldn't say a word. Kathleen Kennedy, she couldn't say a word, only but laugh continuously and not even answer the question. So obviously something is going on here. There is a big tease of a new threat in this movie, as we have been hearing about for numerous months right now, that's actually going to make Kylo Ren feel a whole lot more vulnerable than ever before in, of course, the Star Wars sequel trilogy. So what do I think about a great evil appearing in the last film of course, the sequel trilogy and the entire Skywalker saga? Is this a mistake by Disney and Lucasfilm, or is this the right route to go? In my point of view, I think it's the right route to go because I think fans want to be excited, and I think that when J.J. Abrams was actually stating the great evil, or the greatest evil, it could have been in reference to, of course, Emperor Palpatine, since we heard the laugh at the very end of the teaser, or there is something else looming in the background. Like I have said, and like I've always said before, ever since the teaser dropped, I feel that the laughter of Palpatine is a way to really divert our attention away from a much larger surprise that's going to come our way in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, making it a whole lot more unexpected when all of our focus is on Palpatine, where something else is coming to us in the background. So I think that this could very well be a little trick by J.J. Abrams and crew, as to really make a huge surprise that's really going to have an emotional impact on the fans. Now, quite honestly, the greatest evil in this movie, it seems as though that there are going to be 3 different factions in Star Wars Episode 9, and or of course, you know, 3 separate organizations, kind of like what we got in the expanded universe, since we do know that Chris Terrio and J.J. Abrams are tapping into a lot of the EU/Legends in order to really kind of gravitate towards the hardcore fans who read a lot of the books, the comics, the novels, the graphic novels during the 1990s and the early 2000s before Disney took over Lucasfilm and pretty much, you know, cleared the entire EU and started over. So with that being said, Episode 9 really does have a lot going for it. I am completely mystified about the title itself and the meaning, and exactly why Palpatine's laugh is inserted at the very end, and what this greatest evil really is going to be. It probably is the new villain that we've been hearing about on and off for this film. So let me know what you guys think about all of this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.